So we're headed out to Ely, Minnesota for our 1-week fishing trip and portaging and canoeing and camping in. Camden is over here driving. Anything to say?
Not really.
Okay.
We'll let you know if anything comes up.
All right. Sounds good. We're excited. A lot of things to see and do.
Here we are coming into Ely, and we are gonna head to go get our canoe for our trip. We have our canoe on top of our car, and we're headed to the hotel, which is the Comfort Plus, and maybe going to get a bite to eat. We'll see.
Oh yeah.
So we're here in the hotel, checked in. For lunch, we went to Culver's
In St. Cloud.
in St. Cloud on Ely, and we heard from a member that the mosquitoes were bad, so we decided to go get mosquito netting at Dick's Sporting Goods.
Yeah, the head nets, yeah.
Mosquito head nets. It took about 6 hours to get here, and we're gonna head to Subway soon. So, you wanna say something?
One more thing, we had that awesome stop at the rest area with the overlook and walked in a circle, went up on a hill, surrounded by trees, and that's about as far as we were able to look. It was a great experience.
It was supposed to be a lake outlook, but the lake was hidden within the trees, so
Yeah,
it didn't really work. Oh, well,
hopefully the scenery tomorrow is a lot better.
definitely will. So we're at Burnside Lake on day 2, ready for our first portage across the lake.
Yeah. Headed out. Don't know if you want to get a
Here's all our
Picture of
stuff inside.
ride. Then we'll start the portage.
So it's about 2:40. We finally made it to our campsite. Took about 5.5 hours to get here.
Went about 9.5 miles or so, we estimated, canoeing and portaging. 3 portages. One was a 1.25 miles. Others were kind of short. Braved some horrible wind coming across Cummings, and we are now at what some call Fishtail Bay, I guess, and that's where we're camping. Beautiful sights.
So here's a view of our campsite so far.
Yeah.
Still have to set up a few things. But here is the view that we get from our campsite.
Set up on a kind of a rock cliff, about 20 feet above the water. Pretty sweet. So might put up a tarp and have some more to eat, and then maybe head out fishing. We'll see.
So it's Tuesday, 3rd day. Yesterday we caught a few fish. I think you caught 13 and I caught 8.
All smallmouth.
All smallmouth bass.
But Camden caught a 17.5 incher. I think we got a picture.
That
It's
was
pretty
pretty
sweet.
That was pretty good. And then for supper, we had a few of the fish with lemon seasoning. It was really good. Noodles. And this morning, I got out pretty early, around 5:30 and went out, and then I was out by these rocks right next to our campsite and caught a northern, which is pretty cool, and then 2 other smallmouth.
I went out after that. I was using mostly we've been using Rapalas, but used a spinner this morning. I caught a couple as well, kind of biting on everything.
Yep.
Had bacon and eggs as well. I got to get to the eggs. Just
they're right here. Yeah, once we finish eating, we'll see where we want to go fishing and go from there.
Yeah.
So we're in the middle of this crazy storm right now. It kind of came up this afternoon. I'm sitting next to a tree and Dad is, let's see here, right there. And that's the look across the lake. You can't really see all the way across. It's raining pretty bad, but we'll see how it turns out. So here after the storm, we made it back after about 45 minutes in it. We got back.
Horrible
some
wind.
Yeah,
A little bit of hail.
Pretty bad hailing. But
Now we're roasting marshmallows in the tent.
made it back. We had some chili and now we're roasting marshmallows.
You can turn it up.
We got we each got 2 northern today. Dad had one about what?
31 inches.
31, 32 inches. And then he also caught a 15-inch
15 and a half.
15 and a half
That was my biggest.
smallmouth bass. I got 9 and he got 9 and I got 11. But we'll see what we do from here. Maybe go fishing or play cards. We'll see.
Yeah, we're just warming up right now, drying off, and also went quite a ways to the further west through Otter to a couple of little lakes there. And the farthest one, that's where I got my northern. A lot of fun. A couple waterfalls, that was cool to see too.
Yep.
And moose tracks.
And moose tracks. Those were really cool.
All right. Gotta go.
So it's day 4, Wednesday. We just stayed in the tent last night and played cards, which is pretty nice.
Yeah, we stayed dry.
It's a good decision.
This morning we're headed out to Buck Lake. It's a 2-mile portage, so that'll be fun.
Yeah.
But want to try to get some walleye, hopefully.
Yep, we'll just see what happens then.
And this morning, also interesting, we had the DNR stop by, and they're doing some fish sampling, so talked to him for a while, and that was kind of cool.
It's about 9:30 right now.
At night.
We're gonna head into the tent to make s'mores pretty soon. It's getting pretty chilly. Today we headed out to Buck Lake, which is technically off of our map. Most of it is, so that was pretty fun. And total, I guess Dad caught 12 smallmouth and 3 walleye, and I caught 8 smallmouth and 2 northern.
Walleye and northern were at Buck Lake, so we didn't
Yeah.
get skunked there. It was good. Had a good long hike in and out, but it was good. It was fun.
It's a total of 3 miles.
Yeah. And just wearing this to show you how we deal with the mosquitoes. It's been pretty crazy. Swarming.
About 11 o'clock on Thursday, we decided to pack up today because today's weather is a lot nicer than what it's supposed to be tomorrow. So we decided to pack up closer to our tow portage across Burnside.
So yeah, we're headed out of Cummings, go back to probably Crad today, and fish along the way.
So we made it to our campsite at Crab Lake from Cummings Lake today. We saw a ton of wildlife. We saw a giant toad, ferret, bald eagle. That was just pretty cool.
Really close. Yeah.
Really close. And then loons, which we heard them calling and got some cool pictures of those.
Yeah,
So
within a few feet of them. So that's cool.
we each caught a couple sunfish, a couple smallmouth, and you caught a
Northern.
22-inch northern. So not
Yeah.
as many as the other days, but
We were traveling most of the day. So
it's true. Yeah.
I don't think so. Except the fact that I soaked one foot while getting it on one portage, and then joked about doing it on the other foot, and I actually did on the next lake. So.
Yeah. But oh,
That's
another
right.
thing, I swam to the island over there,
And back.
there and back. It's about a quarter of a mile, so
Yeah.
all our stuff drying here. So.
Yeah.
Pretty fun.
Till tomorrow.
It's Friday. We had breakfast. We had oatmeal and sandwiches, and we're gonna head out and try to catch more fish. Right about 80 right now, so hopefully we can get it close to 100.
Yeah, Camden just needs to catch 20 fish today.
That would do it right there.
There you go.
So it's our last night in the Boundary Waters. We just got finished with supper, which we used just grilled the whole fish onto the fire and then put rice and the fish in a tortilla, which is pretty good. But today we just stayed on Crab Lake and we caught a few smallmouth and a few sunfish. So not too many, but enough to get our numbers to exactly 100.
Yeah.
But that doesn't count all the small smallmouth
Smaller
bass.
fish, yeah.
That wouldn't really count. But
Yeah, but 100 was our goal, so that was good.
Yeah.
And Camden caught a few trees. One of them had to stand up in the canoe and whack a branch off of a tree to get his lure, but it was good.
didn't lose any lures to trees, but I lost 4 lures total on the trip to fish. So
With a record number of 3 today.
yeah, kind of stunk, but oh well.
Yeah, but credit to him because you got the fish on the lures to lose them. I didn't catch any smallmouth today, so
Yeah, that's true.
that's good.
I also caught a little perch, about just a tiny bit longer than the.
Than the
Than
lure,
the lure.
itself. Yeah,
But-
you should show that picture.
We will. And then we went down a river today. It was part marsh. It's pretty tight. It was a fun little adventure.
Had to pull the canoe over like 3 beaver bridges and stuff, so the beaver dams. It was cool.
But we're watching this really nice sunset right now, which is really cool. But we're probably gonna roast marshmallows soon.
Last night of an awesome trip.
It's fun. The last day, we have most of our stuff packed up. We're just about to have breakfast. Thankfully, our portage isn't too far away. It's just around the corner.
It's been a great trip, and we'll give you an update when we get back.
Dropped our canoe off after the tow at Burnside. We went to DQ to grab some fries and sandwiches for the ride home, and then we're gonna head through St. Cloud again and start heading home that way.
The soda is tasting really good.
After not having it for a while.
Having water for a week.
Yes.
It's good.
We're coming into Redwood pretty soon here. Just finishing our trip. We stopped at Culver's in St. Cloud on our way down. It took about the same time again, around 6 hours. The trip was really fun.
Yeah, a lot of neat experiences, and glad we could record them and recount them.
Yeah.
It'll be neat to see.